Hello, good day, beautiful people. I am the Inspirational Lady Noble 365 Tarot. Welcome to my channel. I greatly appreciate you being here. Make sure you like, share, and subscribe. I trust you will love this vibe. And everything you need to know about me is in the description below. This could be past, present, or future. You or someone around you. So take what resonates and leave the rest for someone else. This is a general read. This is not a personal read. And if you like a personal read, check out the description below, and I'll be happy to assist you with doing so. Remember that tarot is a tool, it's not the final rule. And it's a good idea to have an empty cup when you are on Lady Noble's channel and you really want to see what's up. All are welcome on this channel and all contributions are highly appreciated. We're starting off with a crystal read today. And the crystal that I have here is chrysoprase. Chrysoprase, okay? Collective, this stone can induce a deep meditation known to be very helpful by opening your mind to acceptance of others and yourself. This calming stone can prevent you from speaking out in anger by making the mind think about consequences before you lash out. I like this crystal, collective. Chrysoprase Collective says this stone can induce a deep meditation known to be very helpful by opening your mind to acceptance of others and yourself. This calming stone can prevent you from speaking out in anger by making the mind think about consequences before you lash out. So clearly, collective, this stone here is indicating instead of going from 0 to 100 real quick and wasting your currency, aka your energy, on becoming upset or saying something that you can't take back. You want to be mindful, and this crystal also helps you adjust to knowing how to accept others for who they are, as without judgment, and learning how to adapt and exist, whether this is a coworker, whether this is a family member, a neighbor, this could be anyone, someone in a friend group. Doesn't mean that you have to interact with this person personally, but this crystal is speaking of not allowing yourself to become upset or stressed out or overwhelmed from the mere existence of someone. We all have our own unique, individually divine purpose here on planet Earth. And just because we may not take a liking to someone, collective, does not mean that they're not important or they don't hold value. Everyone is loved by somebody. We're all connected to to a lineage, to a family, to friends. Everyone is someone's son or daughter. Okay, I'll put it like that. And so it doesn't matter how we feel individually about the people who cross our path, but there is a need to learn how to adapt and be cordial, and just the basis of respect, meaning if someone does not resonate with you, it's okay. They don't have to resonate with you. But there's a way to exist. There's a way to live here on planet Earth and get along. And get along means not becoming disturbed. Okay, if someone isn't for you, it's okay for you simply not to deal with them or interact with them. But at the same time, Spirit is saying that we can still be respectful of each other. There's nothing wrong with saying hi and bye to each other. It doesn't mean that you're going to hang out with the person. It doesn't mean you're about to marry the person. A basis, Spirit is saying, a basic or basis line of respect. Simple hi, goodbye, but being okay whenever you come across someone who crosses your path or vice versa, you cross theirs. Having enough, wisdom and intelligence to be respectful and not waste your energy on being confrontational or judgmental. Okay. We are all uniquely, individually, divinely created, respectfully so. This has a purpose and an intention within itself. Because we all are different, we are able to learn from each other. But there's no reason to spend your life in confrontation, to spend your life always angry, always upset, always wanting to turn up. Or maybe someone, if this isn't your energy, collective, maybe someone who's in this energy consistently. And Spirit is saying there's no need for that. There's no need to be confrontational, every day of your life. There's no need, for anyone who crosses your path to have any kind of hatred. We all are doing the best that we can. No one has it figured out. No one is perfect. No one will ever be. Okay? We can do things to enhance our life and make things better. And there's no need for competition, Spirit is saying. But it makes no sense to show sheer hatred for people whom you do not know and have not done anything to you. Wow. Okay, this reading is for somebody. What else does the collective need to know regarding their temperament when they come across people whom they may not have a liking for? How to adapt peacefully. How to adapt peacefully. Okay, Spirit is saying. 1 second, ladies and gentlemen. So if this isn't your energy, this could be someone that you know. Maybe you have someone you know around you who's very confrontational or rude. Okay. Spirit is saying it takes two to tango and one person to say, no, we're not going to do this. So what they're saying is whenever you come across, because everyone is not peaceful, we get it. Whenever you come across someone who wants to consistently show you some kind of resistance or that they want to be disgruntled towards you, Spirit is saying those are the people who you just need to ignore and tune out as if they're not even there. Don't engage with them. If you can, Spirit is saying don't even give them eye contact. A lot of times people have energy attachments that are attached to them and that is working through them, collective, to irritate you or to provoke you. So when you come across someone, maybe you are the one who's willing to be respectful. Maybe you are the one on the job or in your neighborhood who's willing to be cordial. But maybe you may come across someone who's quite mean or rude or disrespectful. And Spirit is saying for you not to engage. There's someone who's dealing with someone who's confrontational. And Spirit is saying this person has a dark energy attachment attached to them. Now, this person could be aware of this or they may not be aware. But because you are receiving confirmation that this is energetic for you to just stay focused on you, they cannot harm you or touch you, collective. You are safe, but do not engage. The goal is to provoke you to engage. But continue to ignore this person or these people. Sometimes people are used and placed in spaces and places to test you as well. So keep that in mind as you're on your journey, collective, moving forward. Let's tap into the tarot here. Okay. And so we have the 5 of Wands here. So this is ambition and this is conflict and competition. So there could be people whom are around you who gives off this negative energy, who have a lot of conflict within themselves. And so they host. There's an energy, they're hosting an energy of competitive behavior. And they're competitive with any and everyone, whether they know them personally or not. So this is something personally going on within them. And this could be people whom you not even know. Okay? This is what I brought up in a reading I did yesterday about, I think it was yesterday or the day before yesterday, about someone not getting along because somebody thought that they were trying to look at their man or their woman, or someone was interested in their spouse. Someone taking offense because someone has a beautiful physique. It was feminine energy, and she assumed that somebody wanted her man or her husband or her woman, whatever their preference is. And this person was creating confrontation and being feeling competitive, feeling very ambitious towards competing and trying to create some kind of conflict, all because this person was insecure within themselves and felt that because a beautiful person appeared, that this person is after their mate. So Spirit is saying also that a lot of these experiences that people have on planet Earth, when people are confrontational or trying to provoke arguments, fights, disrespectful, people who are rude. This could be a cashier's. You could be at your, somewhere handling business and someone is snobby or nasty. It's okay to stand up for yourself, but be mindful that a lot of these people, Spirit is saying, have dark, negative, diabolical energy attachments. And a lot of these people are unaware. Some are aware and could be working on it, but 99% of these people are unaware, collective. So you want to be mindful of engaging. They're not saying not to stand up for yourself, but you want to be mindful of engaging with someone who is actually an NPC, who is hosting some kind of dark energy or entity within them, and they are unaware of what's taking place. They don't know that they're being used to host this energy, to project it onto you, to create the conflict. So be mindful, collective, when you're going into public spaces and places. Whenever you come across any resistant energy, there's nothing to fear. This is just a spiritual notification, but be mindful. You may want to screenshot or purchase this crystal for yourself or someone that you care about. Okay, be sure to like, share, and subscribe. I'm pretty sure that you love the vibe. All contributions are highly appreciated, and I thank you kindly. Okay, but you can screenshot that if you like to. But Spirit is saying that this reading here is just to remind you that a lot of confrontations, a lot of incidents where people end up in situations that they can't turn back from, is all because of the message that I am delivering. It's all about energy. Everything around us is alive. Everything holds and harnesses some form of energy in one way or another. And it's not about your belief system. It's just like gravity. It is what it is. And people have gotten in a lot of situations that they can't turn back from. People getting hurt, people becoming incarcerated, people end up catching records and having felonies and unable to find employment. I could go on and on. People are in debt trying to pay restitution. And they spend their lives in circles trying to catch up. But this is something that we need to be aware of whenever you come across that energy. Sometimes people are aware of what they're doing and sometimes they are not. Okay. So you could be someone who's very spiritually in tune and grounded. You could be working on self-awareness. You could be working on developing yourself. And when you go around these dark energies, your aura shines, your energy is bright. If it's not shining, it's felt, with the star card here in the upright. If it's not seen, it's felt. People can feel the vibration of you. They can feel the frequency of prosperity. They can feel the energy of you're in the good mood. You woke up smiling this morning, or you're in a loving relationship, or maybe you're someone who do affirmations. These things work. Maybe you're into meditation, prayer. Maybe you do a lot of grounding work. You could be a motivational speaker as well. Maybe you're a teacher as well. Okay. You believe in positive reinforcement or upliftment. I'm naming these things was because with momentum over time, it raises your frequency, and it makes your light brighter, collective, and people can see it. They can see it, and they can feel it. Some can see it and some can feel it. They don't know what it is. It's just like the statement that I've brought up several times before, and I'm pretty sure you've heard it. How you be somewhere, and it could be anywhere, in public, in a waiting room, at work. It could be at a family gathering, and someone walks into the room or into the area, and you'll hear someone say, "Oh, I don't like her." Well, why you don't like her? I don't know. I just don't like her. Or here he come. I don't like him, for guys too. Why you don't like him? I don't know. I just don't like him. It's they don't know, but what it is, it's your aura, it's your energy, they can feel it. They can feel the positive energy when you step into the room. They can see your light. It's like a glare on a sunny afternoon, the kind where you have to pull the visor down, because while you're driving or in a vehicle, it's piercing through your optical nerves so strong you need some shades or something to block it. So you need to understand this when it comes to your energy and the energy that is around you. We cannot control people outside of us, but we can control ourselves, and we can protect ourselves. And we can protect ourselves by becoming self-aware of what energy is ours and what energy is not ours. Because at the end of the day, beginning of the day, it's all about balance, okay? You could have Libra placement somewhere in your chart. It's about maintaining your frequency, your balance, so that you're able to live your best life and enjoy all the bliss that the divine has to offer you, so that you're able to find your purpose and walk in your path and do it with confidence. And so it's time to come out of the energy of allowing people, total strangers, Spirit is saying, to make you upset. I'm picking up this is happening to someone quite often. You feel this energy. You could be empathic and unaware that you're empathic, meaning you're feeling other people's energy. You're also carrying other people's energy. And so there's a way for you to cleanse and recalibrate to get rid of that and transmute that. And that's something you need to do some research and look into if that is you. If you feel that you are picking up on different energy when you go different places, whether it's to a family member house, a friend, a stranger, a public setting, indoors, outdoors, you need to do research on that. How to cleanse your aura, how to recalibrate your energy, how to ground yourself, and how to transmute. You can write those down if you need to. But do research on that. There's a lot of information. And with momentum, over time, with momentum, these things work, okay? And so if you are someone who's watching who already partakes in these things, as I was just explaining, that's what it is. You can be very spiritual and people can feel this about you. You can be a prayer warrior. You're the type of person, hey, something going on, let's go into prayer about it. Okay? All are welcome on this channel. Does not matter what your belief system is, okay? Okay. So people can feel that. They can feel your vibration. They can feel your energy when you step into the room. And it puts them into this energy here, ready to compete, and they don't even know you. Ready to compete, you ain't even at a track meet. Total strangers. And it could trip you out. I mean, from time to time. You could be puzzled like, I don't even know this ninja. What's going on here? Or maybe you've had these conversations with someone close to you, your spouse or a friend, like, I was out, running errands and so happened. You have these events that keep happening to you and you're wondering what it is. Spirit is saying it's all energy, and for you to become a student, master your own energy, master your ability of grounding yourself and transmuting that energy. Okay, so take time to do research on that. Okay, so you can tap into your inner niggle, your inner wiggle, and work your magic. And when I say magic, we're not talking about anything to harm anyone. We're talking about protecting yourself, cleansing your aura. Very simple, easy peasy. There's a lot of things you can do, but Spirit is saying for you to research, because you have to find what works for you. Okay, there's a lot of simple things you can do, things you can use around your home, things you don't even need items. All you need is you. Okay, so take time to look into that, because all that is required is within you. The answers are within. They're not outside of you, they are within you. Okay. These experiences that you are having collective could also, as I'm looking at all these potions, usually there's just a wand and a sword and a pentacle. But as I'm looking at all these potions here, Spirit is saying that these events could be leading you to walk in your divine purpose. Maybe there's something you're supposed to be doing, or something that you may not supposed to be, excuse me, something that could be part of your divine purpose. And these events that you are having are to intrigue you into a direction. You could be someone who's into making different elixirs, different potions for people to utilize, maybe purchase. That's not for everyone, but that's for someone. But there's something about the experiences that you are having are to intrigue you and inspire you to want to create. And they have me to keep telling you to research. They've done that several times before because they want us to get into the loving habit of researching and looking into things ourselves instead of taking things face value. But there's something about what you are experiencing that's going to lead you to something, maybe creating something, developing something. This could be online, okay? Maybe you're going to open a botanica. Maybe you're going to sell something online. This could You could be someone who's a hairdresser as well, or a barber. Something about somebody creating a treatment for, yeah, you could be a hairdresser or a barber. Something. Okay, now I'm getting Madam C.J. Walker and Maria Laveau. Hold on. Possibly you're going to invent some kind of product that's going to assist people with hair care, some kind of elixir, some kind of treatment, something about your hands being very powerful and activated while you're cutting hair, while you're styling hair. You could have the ability to heal people through their crown. I'm picking up a hairdresser and a barber. That's not for everyone. That's for someone. Take what resonates and leave the rest for someone else. And just because I don't name a particular profession does not mean this reading is not for you. There may be phrase words, a word or two, or a sentence that may intrigue you or be a synchronicity for you. Okay. And so the next card we have here is the Queen of Pentacles. And so there's a lot of material wealth. The events that you are experiencing, collective, are to intrigue you towards your purpose. Okay. And to make you increasingly more spiritual, more magical, able to tap into your abilities. And there's a hairdresser and a barber. It just will not leave. Then I'm picking up Madam C.J. Walker and Maria Laveau at the same time. Someone does hair. Someone could be okay, that's someone who removes hair. That's an esthetician, is someone who removes hair. You could do facials. You could do makeup as well. Something about your hands. You work with your hands. Take care of your hands. Be careful what you touch. You may want to smudge your hands from time to time. You're very ambitious as well. You have a lot of willpower. People feel this energy on you. It heightens your frequency in a positive way, not a negative way. But people know about your ambition, whoever you are. It doesn't matter what your career is. It doesn't matter if you work in a restaurant. I don't care if you're a waitress, whoever you are, you're very ambitious. You've always got something going on. You could have a group of friends where you're the friend who's always working. Other people could show up and game night and give their pity stories, and they're like, well, how you doing? You like, fine, just got a promotion. Fine, just got a raise. Fine, just found me a second job. Fine, just bought me a new car. You could be someone in a friend group also for someone who people are looking at. They admire you, but there are some in that friend group who envy you. They have a little jelly belly bug, little jealousy in them. They're supposed to be inspired. We are supposed to be inspired when we see people progress in life. It's supposed to motivate us to work on our own desires. But humans has it upside down. We have it twisted. Okay. With the Hierophant energy showing up here. Okay. Stay focused on who you are. Don't change who you are. There's just a need for you to master your abilities and your skill. Work on cleansing your aura and grounding yourself. Find you some formulas that work for you, because everything does not work for everyone. That's why I'm not naming them. They want you to research them. You take one step, spirit will take another step, sometimes 5 or 10 steps. There could be something in the book that you're going to read. There could be something you're going to look up online that's going to intrigue you to another step ahead towards your purpose. So I'm being told to distribute the message in that order. You never know where your gold lies. So there could be something while you're doing this research that's going to intrigue you, that's going to inspire you, that could give you an idea, when you say, you know what? I could use this for my clients. Okay. You could also be a nail tech. Okay. I could use this for their cuticles. I could do this. I could, you know, they're saying it's time for you to learn your magic. There is more than what meets the eye, and it's time for you to tap in. It's time for you to tap in, collective, because you got folks in the Five of Pentacles, and there's a reason for that. And that is what this message is about, to give you an explanation of why you are having these weird events. It's not you. This is part of your purpose. People are put in spaces and places to test us, to intrigue us, and to inspire us for our highest good. So it's all about shifting your perception at the end of the day and being able to find the light in dark situations. And when I say dark situations, I'm even speaking of situations that are frustrating. Those situations, as this card said, instead of becoming upset, ready to lash out. The calming stone can prevent you from speaking out in anger by making the mind think about consequences before lashing out. Because it's all about your well-being and your health as well, and not raising your pressure and becoming upset. No, this is not medical advice, but I'm just reading from the card. It's all about you not lashing out and becoming upset. Taking care of yourself. That's self-preservation. Okay? Protecting your energy, protecting your aura. And there is nothing to fear, but your spirit team and the divine wants you to know why these events are occurring. So don't become discouraged when you come across someone who wants to be consistently disrespectful or just nasty towards you in any way. You do not need to engage, because if you give a clown a stage, they will perform. Keep your silence, keep your peace. It's time for the transformation. It's time to, I was just saying, you need to look it up, transmutation, but it's time for a transformation. It's time to stop allowing people and situations to make you feel upset and angry, like you want to fight, you want to lash out. Collective, no one is worth you paying restitution, catching a case, or doing something that you can't turn back from, that you'll live to regret. No one is worth you losing your freedom. I don't care how mad or angry you get. It's simply not worth it. So instead of, you never give them what they want. Okay? Get some free game out here. You never give people what they want. What miserable and unhappy people want is for you to be confrontational. They want you to validate the chaos that resides within them. There are people who are among us who are unhappy, or they have things going on personally within them. And a lot of these things are deep rooted. That is out of our control, and it's none of our business. And so there are a portion of people, those same portion of people are the ones who will, no matter how kind or respectful you are, they will consistently show up being toxic or chaotic. They try to intrigue you to engage with them so they can receive validation for why they are who they are. Oh, see, this is why so-and-so, so-and-so. See the collective? Look at them. I got them upset. They want to get you upset. They want to get you screaming. They want you to make a scene. They want you to become confrontational. They want you in a situation where they got to call the cops on you. They want to intrigue this. They want to instigate. They want to initiate a situation because they're looking for validation for the chaos that resides inside of them. Never give them what they want. There is someone watching or someone who may see this video, and if this is not your energy, you need to share this reading with someone that you care about, who you feel is flighty and always going to 0 to 100. It's just not worth it, because when you're sitting in a situation you can't get out of, hopefully it's not bars, you'll reflect and you'll say to yourself, you know, that really was not worth it. Whether it's over a relationship, if it hurts, cry about it, leave that person alone. Cry about it, leave that person alone. And so clearly, Spirit is saying it's time for us to come out of the petty behavior. Everybody's not going to do it. Everybody's not going to adhere to it. But for those who are into progressing in life and they're practicing self-love and they're practicing self-investment, meaning you love yourself enough to make sure that you're, having peace in your life and maintaining your peace. I know this reading ain't for everybody. I know it ain't for everybody, but it's for somebody. It's for those who love and like peace, those who are working on progress in life, those who are into self-development, those who know their value and they feel and know that they are worth that much to apply the things that I am naming, because their purpose and their existence holds more value than a petty opinion of someone outside of them. It's time to let go of the infantile behavior. It's time to let go of the childish games. You don't have to be in agreement of everything that somebody does, but there's no reason to have iniquity or passionate hate within your heart or on your tongue speaking about someone. That is also a form of giving away your power. When you spend your mind and your energy focused on them so much that it's in your heart, the hatred's in your heart, that iniquity. You're passionately angry and disgruntled over the mere existence of another human being. This reading is for somebody. It's time to make the decision to move forward. There is nothing blocking you. There is nothing stopping you. What is written in the stars for you is written for you. No one can take away what is for you unless you choose to give your power away, unless you choose to work out of your lower region, unless you choose to be toxic, unless you choose to sit up and plan, plot, and strategize to hurt others. It's better to bid on yourself and focus on loving thyself. Love is the supreme frequency. It is the highest. It is the most requested at this time specifically. And you can do the same old thing you've been doing, but you're going to get the same old thing that you've been getting. Male or female energy. Anything that is in your life that is making you feel, also they're telling me to say, unsettled, unhappy. It's time to let it go. No more having conversations about it. No more arguing about it. No more gossiping to your friends and your co-workers about how fed up you are. It's time for you to sever ties and change your story. It's time to let it go. And whatever sacrifice comes with it, Spirit is saying, take that L. It'll be replaced. If you consider it a loss, take that L. It'll be replaced with peace. If you don't have peace, you don't have nothing. You don't have peace, you don't have nothing. You can't even enjoy your money without peace. You can't enjoy your new home or new car without peace. You can't enjoy a new outfit without having peace. You cannot enjoy a drink of wine without peace, or a spliff without having peace. If there is friction around you, that friction will spread. That friction will increase and manifest itself and keep you in a cycle and keep you on that hamster wheel, moving fast and going nowhere. Be determined to receive your new opportunity. Be so determined that you're willing to bet on you. And so only you know your story. Nobody can tell you, because everyone's life is different. No one can tell you what's going on in your personal life. Only you know that thing that is getting on your nerve, that needs to be removed. And Spirit is saying that it doesn't need to be talked about. You just need to take action towards it. Okay, that's for somebody. who keep saying they're going to do it and it's not getting done. Spirit is saying you're putting too much talk towards it and need to put more action, because there's something about the more you talk about it, you become swayed to not move forward. You do not need to announce your arrival or your departure. You just need to put action towards your goals. It's like the more you talk about it, it's like gluing yourself to a chair to stay in the situation. That's the only analogy I can think of. Me doing the best that can. I'm doing the best that I can. And so we have the chariot energy. So you're being informed. Information is coming to you to assist you in restoring balance consistently and giving you confirmation of why you are having these feelings, why you are having these events and experiences with people around you. And so I'm also picking up, you could be someone who's high vibrational, who's positive, but maybe the person you're dating isn't on your frequency. And you don't want to let this person go for whatever reason. Maybe you're addicted to the sexual side. And Spirit is saying, as long as you stay entangled in this connection and you know you're not on the same page, that you will always be unhappy and unsatisfied. You could be someone who's easily ticked off. You're snapping. You're angry all the time. You're coming off as aggressive. So you have to choose you. You have to choose yourself, choose to rest and rejuvenate and have your peace. Find your peace so you can have your peace of mind. Doesn't matter how good the loving is. That isn't the only person in the world. That's for somebody. This is a channel message. This is not me speaking. It's about balance with the Six of Pentacles, reciprocity. So that's where someone is in a connection with whom, you and your spouse are two different people. And whoever you are aware of this. You know that you're two different people. You have different interests. You are aware of this. Both of you are aware of this. But Spirit is saying it is you that becomes upset because there are things that you want to do from time to time and your spouse do not. And they're saying you cannot get angry at them for that. You have to, entertain those who are part of your vibe. There's nothing wrong with your spouse. They just may not be the person for you at this time, but there's nothing wrong with them at all. Because I'm picking up on energy of someone who really works hard towards being positive, making sure you're staying inspired. You could be someone very religious or spiritual. Those are two different things, in case you didn't know. You could be increasingly spiritual or religious, but your partner could be like non-interested in your desires or your area of study or your belief system. And sometimes it causes conflict. You get upset or you become angry, or maybe you practice different things. Maybe they make jokes or mock what you are doing. It could make you upset. And it leads to an argument or disagreement between you and your spouse. That's for somebody. That's not for everybody. So you have to have the ambition to be willing to fight for yourself. It doesn't mean, once again, that there's something wrong with your spouse. It just means that at this time in your life, the journey that you're on, that person isn't for you. Doesn't mean that they're a bad person. It doesn't mean that you're a bad person. It just means you're on two different pages. You're going two different directions. And the longer you stay, the more uncomfortable you will become. And things won't change. They will worsen. Because this is someone who's not meant for you. As I said earlier, you could be maybe staying in this connection for the physical, for sexual encounters. This could be about passion. You could be thinking that it's love, a fleeting moment. You could be thinking that it's love. Age has nothing to do with it. You could be thinking that a fleeting moment is love. It happens. It happens. Age has nothing to do with it. That's the message. That is nothing to get angry about. Okay? And so you're stronger than that. You're smarter than that. And you have a purpose here, a divine purpose here. And your spirit team wants you to know you are being intrigued and guided towards this purpose. And so there are no mistakes. And so they want you to increase your faith and trust and know that you're guided and you're being supported. And okay, now they're saying you know that. Okay. They're saying, and you know that. Okay. But we have to be careful with forcing ourselves to be in connections with people whom we know are not for us. There are also consequences for that. Okay? Be careful. So you have free will. You can do whatever you want to do. Okay? But this is just a notification. This is just a spiritual notification. Only take what resonates. Do not force anything to fit. Okay? And so just know, whomever you are, that there is an Ace of Cups that awaits you. Whenever you are ready to, put in the work that is necessary to ground, to cleanse, to recalibrate your energy, to work on your temperament and not put yourself or get into a situation where you are forced. They're saying they don't want you in a situation where you are forced to defend yourself. Okay? Or being in this connection that is not for you. When you choose, self preservation and put yourself first, your spirit team wants you to know that there's an Ace of Cups waiting for you, an overflow of abundance and prosperity, new energy, okay, new creativity, joy, happiness, bliss, okay, and overflow, okay. So we have free will, but they're saying when you choose to take a step, whatever part of this reading was for you, is that spirit will take a step as well. Maybe 3, 4, 5, sometimes 10. Okay, it's different for everyone. Okay, so this concludes the read. I trust and hope that it assists you for your highest good. Later.